welcome to my channel. So my name's Grace, aka Black Country Bird Budget, and I live in the Black Country with my husband and our two little boys. And this is me basically documenting my journey, budgeting, cash stuffing and side hustling my way through maternity leave. I say that, my maternity leave's very quickly coming to an end. So I now go back to work. I've always been saying January because I do technically go back to work in January, but I forgot you accrue holiday while you're on maternity. So I've actually got all of January off because I've got lots of holiday to use. So I go back to work in February, but I will get my full pay in January. Woohoo! Yeah. So this is me been documenting that. Welcome back if you've watched any of mine before. Welcome if you are new. Please do think about subscribing. So today I'm cash stuffing for week 2 of January. Is it my week 2? Have I done week 1? Yes. Week 2 of January. So let's unstuff the purse. I say unstuff the purse. We've got nothing left over. I can already tell you that now. So food shopping. We had a £5, but I had to buy a present for like a new baby in the family the weekend. I've put in with some of our other family and we put together, but they owe me. So I did have a £5 in here, but I took it out for that. So they do owe me a £5, but I'm not going to be precious about that for the minute. If you watched my last video, I was like, oh, we've got loads of food shopping in. We don't need to particularly buy anything, so should have loads left. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that went. I do. I did treat us to some Rocky Road. So there's a baker, like, who lives near me and does all the local markets and stuff. Lovely woman. The best Rocky Road around, like, so good. And she was doing like a New Year's stay in, treat yourself to some Rocky Road. And I was like, oh, I will. Luckily, I went for getting 6 pieces instead of 3 because we did end up having my sister-in-law, her husband, niece and nephew, and niece's boyfriend and stuff round New Year's Eve night. Not a late one, obviously, because of the boys and stuff. So, and they thoroughly enjoyed the Rocky Road too, so that went down a treat. So I did take the money out. I did take 20 quid out of here for all that. So that took a big chunk of the leftover. So there's nothing left in food. Petrol, I've left digital because I didn't have the cash when I stuffed for the month. So, and I have filled up. So I've got £40 left petrol, but that's in the bank. Personal spending, I have spent. I've actually spent. Here was me saying, oh, I'm only going to give myself £10 a week, so I'm not really, like, going to spend much. I've been a bit spendy with, like, cash stuff and stuff. I need to start buying savings challenges. I don't need any more savings challenges. But I've been a little bit spendy. I'm kind of feeling a little bit like, oh, I want to just spend. I get this every now and again, not very often, but I know I'm very sure we all do. Do you know, sometimes when you're a little bit like, oh, I'm fed up of never spending any money. I'm fed up of never feeling like I've got any money. Obviously I do. So I've been feeling a little bit like this, so I've been a little bit spendy. So I've used the £10 now to this, but I've spent a lot that I had in my side hustle pot. So what side hustles I do, I put them in a pot on my Monzo and get that out at the end of the month when I've like totaled it all up and put them back into challenges. Well, I didn't get it out for December and I've kind of been spending it. Part of me's like, oh, I really should put that back into side hustles, what I've spent, because I've kept track of it. But then part of me's like, no, forget it. Treat yourself for once, use that. Like, all the rest of the side hustle I've been doing all year while on maternity, I've put into like challenges and then I've stuffed into categories that we need it for. So part of me's like, no, use that little bit, because it wasn't even a huge amount. Use that to spend. So I'm kind of in two minds for that. I'm rambling already, I haven't even got to the end of the purse. And there's nothing in here. Planned spending, nothing. Back to bank. So back to the bank, I need to put some in. So I've worked out some of the spends I have done. So we've got, and it came to 36 quid. No, it didn't. It come to 36 for the one lot. And then 11 for the other. So 37. No, God. 47. So I've got 50 that I'm going to put in. So £10 was from my personal spends. £40. I had Christmas money. Now, I've never really had, I say I never have. I have since I've been with my husband. I didn't used to get like money for Christmas. But I do sometimes, I do get a little bit of money because his side of the family, they spend a specific amount on everybody, and if what they've bought you doesn't come to that, they give you the money to top it up, which is nice. Sweet. They don't have to. I'm not worried about that, but they do. So I've got £40 Christmas money, so I'm going to put that back to the bank, and that actually does cover some of the, well, the spends I've done January this month anyway. So that's going back to the bank, and that'll go back into my side hustle pot, and I'll leave what I've got left in there till the end of January. So that can help towards my January side hustle total. So 50 quid back to the bank. So I'm just going to write on the back here so I remember. So £50 into side hustle. My side hustle's pot. And then get the coins out. Now, while I've got January off work and the boys, like eldest is back to nursery tomorrow, littlest man starts nursery 2 days on Tuesday. But I'm gonna have them getting into their routine, ready for when I go back to work. So like grandparents, we're very, very lucky. So like my mum and my husband's mum and dad will have having them around that on other days. So I'm gonna start getting them into the routine. So I've got January to myself. Which I feel like it sounds bad that I'm looking forward to it. Does that make me a bad mum? I don't know. I think it makes me realistic. I'm looking forward to it. So I still need to count up all my penny savings. So one of the days when I've got some time to myself, I'm gonna do that. But for now, it's gonna go in the pot with everything else. Didn't have any pounds, did I? No. So that's the purse done. Let's get out my money for this week. This is my 2026 binder / weekly. I need to do a dashboard. I need to get a dashboard, but I might do myself a dashboard. Give that a go. So this is week 2. Let's get that out. So in the cash tray. So first of all, I know first thing, food shopping is getting its usual £100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1. Oh, not that one. Food shopping's got its usual 100. Then personal spends are getting a tenner. I'll try and curb my spending. I'll have a curb my spending, or I'll spend what I've got left in side hustles and my bank. Shouldn't be really. And that's everything in the purse. So we should have now £20 for minis, which I'm going to pop up by my minis tub. I still haven't done minis from this past week, so I'm going to have to film 2 lots of minis. I've already forgot where this is going. Oh, challenges. Of course. So it's going to be a smaller game day today because I've not got so much to play with this month because I didn't get paid so much. So £50 into challenges. So let's do that, shall we? Where did I get through? I only got so far through last time. I can't remember where I got to. I can't remember where I got to. I'm going to go from the start. But before I do anything else, because I always forget, let me swap out for some tokens. Right, first of all, swap a 20 in here for a 10 and 2 5s. Then I'm going to swap a... Do I do a 10? Yeah, I'm going to swap a 10 for tokens because if I get 5, I then never end up having... I end up having to get more. So 2, 4, 6, 8, Where are my ones? 10. So we've got me 10 tokens. Let me first out the way. Right, starting off with, I still haven't wrote in here all my challenges and what I'm going to do them for. I need to set up like my planner and kind of get everything set up for the new year, already in the new year. But I'm waiting for the time to myself to do it, so I'll do that again next week or in January. I've got some time without the boys. So let's get the dice. Sad though, no leftover money means I'm not doing anything in my leftover binder today. Boo-hoo. So green, that's 3. And I've got 2026 challenges that I've got like some weekly ones, but I feel like if anybody else like this, they can be a bit like I feel sometimes I get an order in how I need to do things and I can't do them until I've done that. So I'm like, I can't start my 2026 challenges until I've sorted out my 2026 binder properly. Do you know what I mean? Like in my head, I'm like, I need to sort that out, film that, make sure get it all sorted before I can do that. So maybe with my side hustle money this month, at the end of the month, I'll catch up and sort out with my 2026 ones. Right, Rachel's trifle. So we're now on to the lasagna bits. So if anyone's seen Friends, this is the trifle Rachel makes in Friends. So we've had a layer of lay fingers, a layer of jam, a layer of custard from scratch, raspberries, more ladyfingers, beef sautéed with peas and onions. So £5 in for that. What colour would you go with? I might as well actually film a count up. I haven't done a count up yet, and I've never really been too worried about doing a count up because sort of all I've only just been starting my really sinking funds and I haven't had a huge amount to put in it being on maternity leave. But also I'm kind of like, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about like my sinking funds, the joint sinking funds and my personal sinking funds. I'm not worried about them having lots of money because I'm saving them to spend them straight away, if you know what I mean. Like the only ones I'd want to be keeping tabs of are my savings things, like, you know, my Disney, my emergency fund, the boys' future, like stuff that is savings. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not worried. I don't want to. I'm not really bothered about counting like my wallets in my sinking funds when I'm saving to spend it. Does that make sense? But I might actually, being is it like the end of the year. So again, I know we're already in the next year. In my head, we're still in the end of December. January starts tomorrow mentally for me. Like it's the end of my maternity leave. Like it's the end of that year. We're going into a new year with new setup, new goals and new stuff. So I might actually do a count up. I might even surprise myself. Yeah. So I might film that in a week as well. But Wild West Rodeo. So this is from my 6 cash stuffing and we are both doing it at the same time. So let's see what we get for, which is £10. I'm going to put the money in straight away so I don't forget and then get all confused. £10 and that's a sheriff's badge. So that's just squeezing into the lead. I was going to say that doesn't sound right. Just edging into the lead, look. Right, next one. Slothing around. Oh, has everyone seen what Rose is doing? Have a look on Rosie's Instagram. She set up a mini money. I can't remember what it's called. I'll put it on the title. It's Instagram page. It's at the minute it's Instagram, and it's going to be like another little like community thing where we can like share, and there's going to be different things she's got going. She's going to share more information on it, but check it out. I'll put the name on the screen here. So have a look at that because it's such a great idea. Let's do this one down here. Ooh, 15. Ugh. It's going to be a quick game down. Not going to get through my binder. I must put a paper clip on what one I finish. So I remember for next week and I don't start them again. God, I'm just thinking I should have put my light on because it's gone dark very quickly. No, I think we're all right. So 15, so I'm going to put the 20 in and get a fiver out. Trying to work out, it's just started snowing or if it's just sleeting. It looks like rain, but it's sleeting a little bit. 6, do I risk? How much have I got? I could do 6. Now I know I did that last time, and I did that last time, so I'm going to skip through and go to 90s baby. So, oh, both Sophia. Oh, that's open. Sorry, Sophia. I'm gonna skip you. I'm gonna skip 6 and Proud to be Strange and Unusual for now because I didn't do 90s baby last week. Was it last week? Yeah, because I didn't have enough money for that. So let's do 90s baby. You watch me get the 20 now. I jinxed myself, I called it, didn't I? 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. I don't want to wear it. I'm going to cheat and put it back. Oh, I jinxed myself saying that. I got the 20, I haven't got 20. I'm going to put it back, I'm going to cheat. Sorry, Emma, don't shout. I'm going to have to cheat. I haven't got 20, and I don't like going it. Pink, 5. That's better, that'll do for this week. I don't know why, I'll only forget. So sorry, I know, naughty, lovely cheating. Sharpie saver. Yeah, we'll do Sharpie saver. So I need the 4-sided dice. To see if we can get a different colour from pink or blue. 3. Nope. It's the blue again. Yeah. So that's 3. Oh, I didn't put my dummy back. Ah! No, my thing's just come flying off. I think it did that before and I fit it back on. I'll swap that out afterwards. Right, bar crawl. Where are we here? Let's see if I can. I still need a new magic eraser. It's filthy. It's alright, we're there. Let's get the normal 6-sided dice. Where's that gone? Here. 2. 1, 2. Save 4. Oh, look at that. Then we just got a 5 left. So what can we do with that? What's the next one? Let's put the money in. Oh, there we go. Next one, raised by 90s witch movies. I'm not going to roll the dice and I'm just going to straight away do a 5. Trying to make sure they're all different colours. So let's go straight and just do a 5 and then that can finish that off. Oh, and then actually we are at the end, but I skipped a couple, didn't I? So let me get a paper clip. Oh, let's use this big one. Let me put that on, the ones I skipped, so I can know to start with them next week. I skipped 6, didn't I? So let's pop it on 6 and then I'll start there next week. There we go. Oh, I didn't put the money in. £5 in. So I think that's everything now. That's going to be a very short video. But that's not a bad thing, is it? It's going to be a short one today. That's everything. I would show you my challenge that I've made, because I don't think I've actually shown it on here yet. But I haven't got one printed. I need to print some more. I've just used the last one that I got printed. I need to print out some more. You all may have seen it on Instagram. No, I've got nothing ready. I'll show you next time, because I haven't got one ready. I'll show you next time. But I'm sure you've all seen it on my Instagram. Check out my Instagram. I've created a challenge, Jukebox Hero, which I'm really proud of. I had an idea. I've always said I wouldn't design my own challenges or anything unless I've thought of something slightly that I thought was like different that's not already been done. Because I'm like, there's so many good shops out there and people, so many amazing talented creators. Why do something when people are already doing it and doing it better and doing it well? But yeah, I just fancied designing something. I did it for my giveaway. And yeah, I quite liked it. And it's now snowballing, and I am thinking about opening up an Etsy shop, because I've got some other ideas to do other jukeboxes like my main challenge. I really should have got one ready to show you. Go and check out my Instagram. I've got it on there. You'll see it. If you've seen any of my videos or watch me on Instagram, you know I like a sing-song. My head's like a little jukebox. So when I hear a song title, it makes me think of a song. So that's inspired my challenge. So you have lyrics and you've got to guess what the song is. So yeah, check it out on my Instagram. I'll show you next time. And yeah, I am thinking about opening up an Etsy shop. I'm just trying to decide when. Do I open it? I want to give people like enough time and at least a couple of paydays. So I'm thinking, do I open it at the end of Feb? At the end of, like, after payday, or the end of March after payday, or because I've got January that I'm going to be like finishing designing and then printing and getting some stock and get my Etsy all set up, do I screw it and just do it for the end of January? Open it for the end of January. Now I know a lot of people are on trying to do January no spend. Would that be a nice way to end January no spend? To celebrate no spend, opening my shop? I don't know. Yeah, let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll make sure I've got one to show you next time. Thank you for watching. If you're not already subscribed, please do think about subscribing, because it's so quick and easy to do. No skin off your nose and means the world to me. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Try a bit.